I'm Drake.
I'm T.
I'm Tom.
I'm Carlos.
And we're Show Me Coaster.
We're at Six Flags Over Georgia today for opening day. It's been a long winter. The kids have been excited to visit the park. Last time we were here was Christmas, and the park looked so different. It's one of the most picturesque during Christmas time because they canopy the light you walk through the tunnel. We are now in the promenade section, the front gate of the park. This park was found in 1967, the second Six Flags park in the chain. Angus Wynn tried to do the same thing with Six Flags Over Georgia as Six Flags Over Texas. The section is divided up into 6 sections of Great Britain, United States, France, Georgia, Confederate State. And what's the 6th one? Georgia. I did Georgia. We are now entering the Georgia section part of the park. This section contains one ride, the Georgia Scorcher. This was the last ground-up, stand-up coaster that Six Flags built. It's one of the better ones. Last January, the Georgia Bulldog lost to Alabama Crimson, the national title of football, college football. So for their loss, they changed the name of the Georgia Scorcher to the Alabama Scorcher. The Georgia Scorcher is made by B&M, one of the premier roller coaster company. We are now entering the USA section of the park. This section of the park contains 2 roller coasters. Goliath, a B&M Hyper, which means it's over 200 feet, and the Gerstlauer Eurofighter. The Daredevil Dive is a beyond 90 vertical drop. I think it's 105. This was the 11th coaster of the park, built in 2011. Gee, I don't know. It's recorded right there. Well, we are now entering Gotham City. This section of the park contains some of the old rides and some flat rides.
Oh, did it get stuck? Dang it!
Did it get stuck?
Yeah.
Where's it at? Oh, right there.
Yeah.
I'm glad we wrote that. Not as bad as Silver Dollar City.
I'm gonna hang out here.
This is the Joker Circle of Chaos. A lot of roller coaster enthusiasts don't consider this a roller coaster. For me, it's still fun. That right there, folks, is Mindbender, the park's shorts car. It's similar to the one in Six Flags Over Texas called Shockwave, but this one is not quite a 3-looper, it's 2.5 looper.
Harley Quinn spin sanity.
It's one of the flat rides. Yeah, I think they got like 2 or 3 of them in 2016. And folks, that's one of the many clones of Batman. This one was built in 1997. So to spare you of walking through this section of the park does not make complete circle. It sticks out like a finger. So I'm gonna shut the camera off and head back to Goliath and start filming from there. Goliath is one of the 4 B&M coasters this park has. There's Goliath, Superman, Batman, and Georgia Scorcher, all made by B&M. This one is not quite, it's classified as hyper, but it's not quite 200 feet, at 197 feet. We are now entering the French section of part of the park. It's one of the scenic area, shops, restaurants. It's more like a connector section of the park. Lickskillet area. This area contains like water rides, like Thunder River, like Whitewater ride, you know, and shoot the chute, toboggan, water ride.
No, remember that platform? No, you weren't there. You were, I think you were.
It's also where the section of the Sky Bucket where you can get on to across the park. It's one of the few Six Flags parks that still contain these sky lift, Sky Bucket. The other one, what Tom? Six Flags Great Adventure has one. Anyone else has one? I think that's it.
I don't know if there's any other Six Flags. Cedar Point has it. But we're not at Cedar Point.
We're doing a Six Flags park. God, oh, this is very scenic. Oh my God, you need like a good walking shoe to walk in this park. Beautiful park though.
Splash Waterfall.
Oh, there's a Joker Funhouse.
I think that's a new.
Is
The Thunder River?
No,
It's hard to zoom.
Their Thunder River is called Thunder River.
That, folks, from the distance is called the Joker's Funhouse Coaster. It used to be called Wile E. Coyote, and it used to be white. Now it's green. And that is the park's giant swing called the Sky Screamer. I'm sorry, I'm at Six Flags. That, folks, is Blue Hawk. It used to be called the Ninja in 2016 they converted to Blue Hawk with new train and new softer harness. It used to be one of the roughest rides in the park, now it has become one of the best.
Seriously?
Yes. It's voted one of the best rides in this park.
If you scan up there, there's a carousel.
Oh, that's a park's carousel? I think that's 1908.
Yeah.
Where was it from?
From north of Chicago.
It came from the north of Chicago area. And what's unique about that one is that it seats 5 rows deep. Most carousel has 3 rows. This one has 5. We'll get you up there, sir, folks. We are now entering the Georgia Cotton State area. of the park.
Looks like
We were here at Christmas time. This area was all blocked out.
Like you can't even step one area without finding crap. What? Well, like right there. That's the spot right there. Right here. Yeah, no, it's trash.
It kind of sucks that we can't ride that today.
What?
Blue Hawk's not operating today.
Oh, okay. What? The Great American Screen Machine here.
Yeah, y'all have fun with that. Going backwards.
The Great American Screen Machine was the first roller coaster in this park built in 1971. For this year, they're running the coaster backward. And what's unique is it goes over the water part of the park there.
Actually, it was the second roller coaster built in the park, the first being the Dahlonega mine train.
Guys,
Up ahead is Superman Ultimate Flight. It is a B&M flight coaster. The first one built in North America. There are two clones, one in Chicago at Great America and one at Great Adventure in New Jersey. Off in the distance is Hurricane Harbor, one of the smaller water parks in the chain. And off to my right is Battle for Metropolis, which was added in 2017. Now we're leaving the Metropolis area and we're heading into the DC Superfriends area.
okay.
Super hero track.
That's the very handle on it. That is very dangerous.
You want to go up to the carousel and see or no? Okay,
We
we're
can.
This is the DC Superfriend area. It's fun house. Let's see your uncle. They probably won't have Well, we're leaving the DC Superfriend and Bugs Bunny Boomtown and entering through the Spanish section part of the park. Monster Mansion is one of the classic dark ride, kind of like the old Scooby-Doo.
So here we are in the Spanish section of the park. It also includes Bugs Bunny Boomtown, another little kiddies area with more of the flat rides. What section are we heading into after this?
I think Peachtree. We're gonna pass the mine train right there on the left.
The Crystal Pistol.
Would she be afraid he's shattered?
This is Bugs Bunny's Boomtown. It's another one of the kids' areas besides DC Superfriends Section. Six Flags has spent a lot of money in the last few years redeveloping this area.
Alright, folks. To show you what it kind of looks like. We're leaving, we're going to enter the Peachtree area part of the park. Just a little bit. I'll shut it off and start it from there. This is the park's original first coaster. For a long time I thought this was pronounced Dahlonega, but my aunt who lives here told me it's correctly pronounced Dahlonega. Northeast city, just part of Georgia here.
This is Acrophobia, the park's drop tower. It tilts you outward before it drops.
This is the new RMC. It used to be called Georgia's Cyclone. After this year, it's going to be called Twisted Cyclone. Yeah, workers working on the new Twisted Cyclone, scheduled to open Memorial Day this summer. The Georgia Cyclone is a mirror image of the cyclone in Coney Island in New York.
So all they're in charge of, is putting the track. And then somebody else does it.
That in the distance is the Georgia Scorcher. Folks, we are back where we begin, the front gate, the promenade.
So this is Show Me Coaster signing off. See us again next week in Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. Like and subscribe, please.